Inside Out 2 looks cute on the outside, but it's hiding some strange choices, recycled designs, and quiet betrayals. 1. Envy and disgust were designed to be alike. Envy might seem like a brand new face in Inside Out 2, but she shares more with disgust than you'd expect. They're both shades of green, which already sets them apart from the rest, but it goes deeper. They're the only two emotions who wear extra accessories, like scarves, clips, and belts, and both have rosy cheeks with visible makeup. These details show something important. They care a lot about looks, both their own and Riley's. Pixar didn't just match their colors for fun. Their designs hint at a deeper connection, maybe even friendship, because they're not the same, but they definitely see the world in a similar way. 2. Envy's small size has a bigger meaning. Envy is the tiniest emotion in Inside Out 2, even smaller than anger. At first, it might just seem like a cute design choice, but there's actually a reason for it. Envy, by nature, makes people feel small. It's the emotion that shows up when someone thinks what they have isn't good enough. When Riley compares herself to others, that feeling grows stronger. Pixar made Envy small on purpose to show how envy can shrink your confidence. It doesn't matter how tiny she looks. Her impact is huge. The smaller she is, the more she says about how envy really feels from the inside. 3. Embarrassment was made big on purpose. Embarrassment is the biggest emotion in Inside Out 2, and that's not just for laughs. His size actually says something about how this emotion works. When someone feels embarrassed, even a small mistake can feel like the end of the world. A tiny moment, like tripping or saying the wrong word, can suddenly feel huge. That's why Pixar made him so large. His body matches the way embarrassment blows things out of proportion in our minds. It may not matter much to others, but to the person feeling it, the moment can seem impossible to ignore. His size shows exactly that. 4. Fear was almost the main problem. In early versions of Inside Out, the story looked very different. Joy wasn't supposed to travel with sadness. Instead, she was meant to go on her journey with fear. Pixar thought he would be the right match for her at first, since fear plays a big role in childhood. But over time, the writers realized something was missing. Fear didn't bring out the emotional lessons they wanted to show, so they replaced him with sadness. But fear's old design didn't go to waste. It actually helped shape the look of anxiety in the second movie. A character once meant to lead the story ended up inspiring the new villain instead. 5. Sadness and embarrassment might be closer than you think. From the moment Sadness meets embarrassment, she seems curious. While the others focus on the chaos, she takes time to notice him. She even tries to learn his name. That small moment might mean more than it seems. Unlike anxiety, who pushes others away, embarrassment doesn't talk much. He just listens, and that's exactly what Sadness has always needed. She once helped Joy understand the value of being heard. Now, it looks like she's found someone who understands her too. It's not clear how far their bond goes, but signs point to something special. 6. Riley's memories hide Pixar. Easter eggs. If you look closely at Riley's memory orbs, you'll spot something surprising. One shows the wedding of Carl and Ellie from Up. Another shows the daycare playground from Toy Story 3. These aren't just random background shots. They're actual scenes from those movies. So what does that mean? I think Riley lives in the same universe as the other Pixar characters. Or maybe she just watched those movies, and they became part of her memories. It connects Inside Out to the larger Pixar world in a quiet but clever way. Not everything in Riley's head is about her. Some of it might be Pixar itself. 7. Bing Bong might be a monster in disguise. There's a theory that changes everything about Bing Bong. What if he wasn't just an imaginary friend, but a real monster from the Monsters Inc. world? The idea is that Bing Bong used to visit Riley through her closet, just like Mike and Sully did with other kids. But instead of scaring her, he made her laugh. Over time, they became close. When Riley grew older and forgot about him, he didn't vanish forever. He simply returned to his world. That would explain why his body looks like a mix of strange animals. It also makes his goodbye in Inside Out feel a little less sad. Maybe he didn't disappear. Maybe he just went home. 8. Surprise was the emotion that got left out. During early development of Inside Out, Pixar had planned for a 6th main emotion, surprise. This emotion would have been orange and full of sudden reactions, but the team decided to cut it before the final version of the film. Still, the color didn't disappear. If you remember Riley's shirt in the first movie, it includes orange along with the other emotion colors. Even Bing Bong's flower had orange in it, so the idea of a 6th emotion was always there, just never explained. Years later, Pixar brought back that unused color, only now it belongs to anxiety. The emotion changed, but the color stayed. 9. Every emotion was designed, like an object. Pixar didn't just guess how each emotion should look. They based them on real-world objects. Joy was shaped like a star, sadness like a teardrop, fear like a trembling nerve, and anger like a red brick. Even disgust was modeled after broccoli. The same idea continued in Inside Out 2. Embarrassment is round and pink, inspired by a strawberry. Ennui, who always looks unimpressed, was based on a question mark. Envy was inspired by an emerald, and anxiety looks like an old duster. These designs aren't random. They match the feeling each emotion represents, both in shape and meaning. It's a fun way Pixar gave personality to abstract ideas, and once you know what to look for, the connections become clear. 10th, Friendship Island was designed like a lock on purpose. In Inside Out, each island in Riley's mind shows something important about her personality, but there's a hidden detail in one of them that most people miss. According to the official art book, Friendship Island is shaped like a lock. This wasn't just for looks. It's meant to show that friendship during the teen years is complicated. Trust takes time. Getting close to someone isn't easy, and once trust is broken, it's even harder to fix. The lock shape is a quiet way to say all of that without using any words. It's a clever design choice that adds more meaning to Riley's journey, especially as her friendships start to shift. 11. Pixar hid a real pizza place in the movie. In Inside Out, there's a scene where Riley and her mom visit a pizza shop in San Francisco. What many fans don't know is that the restaurant actually exists. It's called Yeast of Eden, and it's located near Pixar's headquarters. Even funnier, the broccoli pizza they order isn't just a random joke. This pizza shop really offers broccoli as one of their rotating flavors. Pete Docter, the film's director, based the scene on real visits there. He loves broccoli, but Riley's disgust clearly comes from someone else, his daughter, who hated it. 12. Riley's dad shows signs of anxiety too. While Riley is the focus in both movies, Pixar quietly gives her parents their own emotional stories. In Inside Out 2, we learn something subtle about Riley's dad. He might be dealing with anxiety himself. In his memory shelves, you can spot several glowing orange orbs. Orange is the color linked to anxiety. That emotion does appear in his mind, but the memories suggest it was there before or is starting to return. It could be caused by work stress or the family's big move. Either way, it shows that even adults, like Riley's dad, go through emotional changes, just less out in the open. 13. Anxiety and nostalgia's unexpected link. In the second film, anxiety causes major problems by breaking the memory system. Without it, Riley can't access her old memories, good or bad. But when she realizes she made a mistake, she tries to fix it by turning to nostalgia, one of the newer emotions. Nostalgia helps Riley remember things from her past that matter. That includes feelings linked to joy, sadness, and the other emotions she forgot. This moment shows something powerful. Even the emotion that causes stress can ask for help, and the one built on looking back can guide Riley forward. 14th, Sadness was almost a male character. When Pixar first started planning Inside Out, Sadness looked very different. Not only was the character taller and shaped more like a square, but Sadness was also supposed to be male. Dozens of early sketches show versions without legs and with sharper features. The only detail that stayed the same was the sweater. Director Pete Docter insisted Sadness had to wear one. Eventually, they changed the design completely and made Sadness female. The change worked. She brought warmth and depth to the story in a way that fit perfectly with Joy's energy. It's a good reminder that even small design choices can reshape an entire film. 15. Anxiety's 6 suitcases. Hint at more emotions. When anxiety shows up in Inside Out 2, she drags 6 suitcases behind her. At first, it seems like a funny touch, until you start counting. There are only 4 new emotions: anxiety, embarrassment, envy, and ennui. So why 6 bags? Fans believe the extras might belong to emotions we haven't met yet. Love and hope are strong guesses, especially with puberty just beginning. If true, this could be Pixar teasing what's coming next. The bags aren't just luggage, they're a quiet clue. That's it for now. But with Pixar, nothing is ever just random. Do you think Riley's next emotion could be something we've never even felt before? Hit that save button and tell us what you'd add to the emotion lineup.